What's good, YouTube? SlenderRevolutionX here, coming to you guys with a deck profile today of the Junk Doppel deck that I've been playing with recently. Essentially, what I'm going to give you guys is the main deck and the extra deck. I haven't really constructed a competitive side yet. I'm always open to suggestions, so if you guys think of anything that I should put in the side, I'm kind of calling out to you at this point to help me figure something out for this. So without further ado, let's dig into the deck profile and see how you guys like it. Okay, starting off with the monster count. You got 3 Junk Synchron, kind of your basic tuner. He is what essentially makes the deck run. He's in the name of the deck, so you know he's a big part. I run 3 Quick Draw Synchron. A lot of people only want to run 2. But since I'm not going for Quasar in this deck, it's more like a Junk toolbox. I kind of like to be able to go into as many different synchros as I can. And with the wide variety of Junk synchros, Quick Draw allows you to do that. 2 Quillbolt Hedgehogs, too good when it's in the graveyard. This is just more synchro fodder to be able to use. Your Doppel Warrior, another main key part of the deck. When a monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you can special summon from your hand. So he allows you to make some pretty big plays with the Junk Warrior's effect. 2 Unknown Synchrons. He's your pretty much generic level 1 tuner. He has a Cyber Dragon effect, so if your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon him. You can special summon him with Road Warrior, which allows for more synchro plays. Moving on. Double Battle Fader, just protects you from those OTKs. Double Raikou, pretty good card. You search him with Charge of Light Brigade. Double Maxi for your hand traps. If somebody takes the Maxi challenge on you, odds are, if you survive, you're winning next turn. It's just, this deck is too fast-paced if you have the resources to lose after going through the Maxi challenge. Onto the one-ofs. We have 1 Blackluster Soldier. There's lights and darks in here. Makes BLS completely live. 1 Debris Dragon. So a few Debris Dragon targets allows for more synchro plays. 1 Level Eater, crucial in synchro plays. 1 Dandelion, and 1 Spore. A lot of people question why I run only 2 Lightsworn monsters for Charge of Light Brigade and only 2 plants, just the Dandelion and the Spore, for the plant plays. I don't want to run Lone Fire Blossom because it wastes your normal summon, which should be used on, essentially, Junk Synchron. So for them to be used on something else, I think it just slows the deck down. And I've not had any issues with this recently because even if there's no plant in the graveyard, this still is just a generic level 1 tuner. So it allows for decent plays. Now on to spells. You have triple tuning. Your Recruiter card in this deck, it's really, really good. Especially now that the availability of it is out there since the reprint. So great card. Triple Upstart Goblin, Therio, Patrick Hoban Therio, essentially makes it a 37-card deck. So, and speed is everything with this. The double MSTs, you want to be able to push through that back row. I think if you're playing an aggressive deck, it's a staple, especially this format. Now on to the one-ofs, I believe. Yes, 1 Rhoda, 1 Dark Hole, Scapegoat, allows for level 1 synchro. They're all synchro materials, so not a bad card. 1 for 1, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Church of the Light Brigade, and 1 Reasoning. There's a lot of cards with different levels in this deck, so if you get Reasoning off, it's a pretty good free summon. And now on to the traps, guys. I only have 2, and they are both trap stuns. If you're pushing for big plays, it's a great card to have. Chainable, all that good things. So, now on to the extra deck that I promised you guys. We have, for level 2, 1 Formula Synchron. Awesome for making Black Rose plays on your opponent's turn, which is great. Drawing a card, things like that. It's a really good level 2 synchro. Armory Arm, essentially your generic level 4 synchro. Catastor, Hyper Librarian, and Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior is junk specific. TG Hyper Librarian lets you draw a lot of cards if you play this deck correctly. And Ally of Justice Catastor, I think, is just a very good generic level 5 synchro. On to the level 6s, I have Drill Warrior and Junk Gardna. Drill Warrior allows for good defensive plays along with Junk Gardna. And this allows you to get cards from your graveyard back into your hand, so it's pretty good. Onto my level 7s, Black Rose and Junk Berserker. Junk Berserker is just a beater. Black Rose is pretty self-explanatory. Onto my level 8s, we have Stardust Dragon. I think a pretty much staple level 8 in a synchro deck, along with Crimson Blader. Junk Destroyer, just another junk toolbox monster, allows you to destroy opponents' cards. And last but not least, Road Warrior, which lets you search out Doppel Warrior or Unknown Synchron. So it's a pretty good toolbox card in itself. I have Mistworm, because you're working with such low-level monsters. It allows you to use Mistworm pretty effectively. And last but not least, the Shooting Star Dragon. I have made it quite a few times, and I've been able to make Quasar, but I just like this better because you don't automatically push for Quasar every turn, which can cause you to overcommit in a lot of different scenarios. So I'd rather just play fairly conservatively, make good plays rather than aggressive plays to overcommit, which can end up hurting you. So I like the way this deck is built. If you guys have any comments on it, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have any comments on or any suggestions on the side deck, I'd love to hear from you guys, because this is a interesting deck to run. It's really fun, this format. It has a very good shock factor to it. So I really like it. I really do. So if you guys have any questions or anything, remember to click the like button. It really helps me out. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to join the revolution today. This is SlenderRevolutionX signing out, and I will see you guys next time.